This YCN segment is brought to you by La Valley Building Supply and Middleton Building Supply.
Welcome back, YCN Sports Talk. Jeremy Stout, Rob Taylor. One final segment. We talk some hockey as the Boston Bruins are one game away from making it to the Stanley Cup Finals. And Rob, I know you're a big hockey fan. Bruins looked great on Sunday with a dominating 6-2 win last night. Kind of a different style, but getting the win anyway.
Yeah, and it's hockey almost more so than any other sport. It's really kind of how do you gel as lines and units that are on the ice in it. Boy, it just seems like the Bruins are gelling at just the right time. They've got multiple lines that are playing their tails off, and you get the sense they're playing for each other. Tuukka Rask is absolutely lights out in this postseason. I think his goals against average is 1.5.
Wow.
And when you've got a goalie playing like that at this time of year, you're going places. So I just really liked our chances, and it's been some compelling hockey. I mean, the season's a long one, and
right.
You might be clicking through and see a little bit of the game and go by. This time of year, it's fun to watch, and especially on the big HD screens everybody's got now.
Yep.
I was in a bar recently watching the game behind the bar, and it was awesome, and people were just eating it up. And so I'm really liking the Bruins' shot right now,
yeah.
And I think it's hopefully another Stanley Cup coming back to Beantown.
Yeah, I mean, you got obviously the Red Sox winning the World Series and the Patriots winning the Super Bowl. We know that the Celtics won't get it done, obviously, but the Bruins, they look to be the favorite right now. If you're handicapped in this race, clearly the favorite to win this series, but even the whole thing, I would think.
I definitely think so. I think if they can close it out in 4, hockey being hockey, to get some rest, much needed rest to let those bruises heal. I mean, you can see those guys are all nicked up when they do their post-game press conferences. They'll have scratches on their face and bruises on their face.
Yep.
So definitely a little bit of rest, I think, would really favor them, and let the other division bang each other up for a while. And like I said, I really like our chances.
Yeah, and Game 4 coming up later this week in Carolina. We'll have that with the 2 basketball games on our Salt Hill Pub Picks of the Week.
It's time for the Salt Hill Pub Picks of the Week. Salt Hill Pub, honest food, perfect pints, live music, now here to serve you in 5 locations.
Here we go with our Salt Hill Pub Picks of the Week. Only a few games, obviously 2 basketball and the 1 hockey that we really care about. I know there's another series going on, but we won't worry about that one today. So first we'll go with the Eastern Conference game number 1, Raptors-Bucks. We talked about it. The Raptors, great team, but the Bucks are clearly the favorite. Do you have them coming out and getting the win in Game 1?
Yeah, so for me, the difference maker in this game is bench talent. And I think that clearly gives the advantage to the Bucks. I think they've got a deeper bench that'll actually really come into play in this kind of a situation.
Yeah, we've seen it throughout this entire playoffs. And you mentioned it, Kawhi, maybe the best player in the playoffs. He's really led that Raptors team. They don't have a lot to lean on. Other players, obviously Kyle Lowry. But I agree with you. The Bucks get the win, and they go up 1-0. And now we go over to the Western Conference, game number 2. Obviously, Warriors winning game number 1 at home. No KD. I don't see why you need to rush him back in game 2. Who do you have winning this one?
This one's fairly easy, and I think it's not going to be that great a series because of it. I'm going Warriors. I think Steph Curry just keeps to, it's almost like the KD situation has kind of conspired to sort of put a little bit more pressure back on him, which I think he thrives in that situation.
Right, and Klay Thompson, a guy who struggled to start the playoffs, has really turned it on. Curry and Thompson, they had over 60 points combined in Game 1. I agree with you. I think the Warriors get the win. They go up 2-0, maybe drop a game in Portland, but they ultimately win it in 4 or 5. And Bruins-Hurricanes, can the Bruins complete the sweep here in the Eastern Conference Finals?
I'm buying on the Bruins right now. I think they are definitely taking this one. Hurricanes are making some desperate moves in goaltending, throwing some different guys in there to see if they can get anything to get started here. So, boy, I just really like our chances. Bees.
I agree with you. I think the Bruins get the win. They are just Game 3 kind of took the momentum out of the Hurricanes' sails, so to speak, because it was such a grinded-out game, and the Bruins still came on top. They can win in a high-scoring game. They can win in a grind-out. Like you said, Tuukka Rask is just standing on his head.
Goaltending is the difference maker.
When they get hot, these goaltenders, they can carry a team. So there are the Salt Hill Pub Picks of the Week. Thanks to Rob Taylor from the Lebanon Area Chamber of Commerce for coming in. You can always catch the show on YCNnow.com. Thanks for watching YCN Sports Talk.